Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel on LELB Society. I'm Dr. Hariri, the creator of LELB Society, and I'm going to teach you another unit of 1100 words you need to know, this book. To be more specific, week 37, day 1. And make sure that if you pay attention to this English vocabulary, not only vocabulary but also pronunciation, grammar, and many other components of the English language will be practiced interactively and integratively. Okay, before starting, let me show you the flashcards that exist here in this unit. Confront means to deal with. So, to face something, to deal with something. Antipathy means hostility, aloofness. Servile means submissive. Meek, too meek, M-E-E-K, too submissive. Volition, willpower and determination, the ability to make decisions. And sojourn means actually it's a temporary state. So confront, earn a living. Ignominious means embarrassing, appalling, shocking. And industrial revolution, antipathy, and volition. Penury means poverty. Penury, poverty. And servile, equanimity, peace of mind, tranquility. You can see all of these flashcards if you when you visit my website at lelb.net. Here it is. In order to means with the purpose of doing something. Nomadic means itinerant, commuting, moving from one place to another in search of food, shelter, etc. And unsavory means unpleasant and disgusting, repugnant, repulsive. Candid means honest, straightforward, honest. Incisive means critical and too outspoken and direct, particularly in a critical way. Tenacious means assertive, opinionated. When you stick to your guns, you do not want to change your opinion for anything. Actually, you are tenacious. And perfidious. Perfidious means treacherous, not trustworthy. You know, the person on the right side is trying to do harm to his friend, you know, from the back. Okay. Submissive. Submissive means obedient, servile, and this is willpower, determination and volition. And the idiom poverty means penury and okay. So let me zoom in. Okay, confront means come face to face and deal with or face. Antipathy means dislike, distaste, and hate, hostility. Aloofness. Servile, slavish, submissive, obedient. Meek. volition, willpower, and choice. It's clear. Sojourn means temporary state. Now let's see how these words have been used in the context. A man of nature. Henry Thoreau attempted to confront the problem and solve the enigma of how one might earn a living and yet not become an ignominious slave to the task. Perhaps I can zoom in. Hold on. Yeah, it's better. So Henry Thoreau attempted or endeavor or strive means to try very hard, make an attempt, make an effort to confront the problem, to deal with that and solve the enigma or mystery or puzzle, riddle. The problem, solve the enigma of how one means anybody, might earn a living. It means to be able to afford the finances and expenditures of life, and yet not become an ignominious or embarrassing slave to the task. He viewed the Industrial Revolution with antipathy. He considered, view means consider, Industrial Revolution with hostility and hatred, resentment and disdain. Man in a servile role to extraneous possessions was a main target of his writings. Servile, as I said, means submissive role. To extraneous means irrelevant here, means outsider, irrelevant and foreign. Possession means belonging. Okay, and properties was a main target of his writings. Okay. He believed that one could attain genuine wealth not by accumulating objects or money. He thought that one, it means anybody, could attain or obtain achieve. Genuine means real. Genuine means real wealth or affluence here, you could say. Okay, not only by accumulating or amassing. Accumulate, amass means collect. Objects or materials or money, it means not through materialistic approaches to life, but through enjoyment and perusal of nature. But through, it means by means of perusal, the state of perusing. Peruse means to study very closely. Inspecting, let's say, or studying the nature. By his own volition, it means out of free will, he gave up friends, abandoned friends and comforts for a 2-year sojourn by himself at Walden Pond. And actually he secluded himself, means isolated himself for a 2-year sojourn. Why not 2 years? Why 2 years? because 2-year here is an adjective for sojourn, and in English we don't pluralize adjectives. By himself at Walden Pond. What others might judge as penury was seen by Thoreau as the epitome of wealth. So there is a shift of opinion between what Thoreau thought and what the people around him just regarded. Pay attention, what others might judge as penury. This is the subject of the sentence, was, because actually you could substitute, you could just say that it was seen. And what is it? It refers to what others might judge as penury or poverty. Penury means poverty. Sorry. Was seen or regarded by Thoreau as the epitome or perfect example of wealth. Okay. So sample sentences. Number 1. He found his servile position a degrading one and could not accept it with equanimity. He considered his servile or obedient, submissive position a degrading or downgrading, humiliating. Degrading or downgrading or humiliating or ignominious, embarrassing or appalling. Okay. One, and could not accept it with equanimity, with open arms, with actually tranquility and peace of mind. The expatriate decided to make his sojourn in France a permanent one in order to give up his nomadic way of life. Okay, so the expatriate, we have two pronunciations for that, expatriate and expatriate. So the expatriate means a person who has expatriate, sorry for the noise. So it means actually a person, an exile, a person who has been forced to leave his or her own country. You know, exile, British, exile, American. So expatriate, a person who has been banished, one who has been banished. Okay, so the expatriate decided to make his sojourn in France a permanent, forever one, in order to, so as to, means with the purpose of doing something, give up his nomadic, or say goodbye to, or put an end to his nomadic way of life. Nomadic means itinerant. Itinerant means commuting. Okay, moving from one place to another. Way of life. Okay, number 3. Why do we refuse to confront the unsavory problems of our times in a candid and incisive way? This is a rhetorical question whose answer is already clear. Just pose this question in order to put an emphasis on something. So why do we refuse to confront, to deal with unpleasant problems and issues of our times in a candid, open and honest and incisive and straight and direct way? Number 4. He was a tenacious competitor, and at his own volition he placed his title in jeopardy on many occasions. He was so assertive, tenacious, assertive, opinionated. Okay. uh, competitor, and at his own volition, means out of his own free will, he placed his title in jeopardy. Jeopardy means danger. He jeopardized actually his position and title on many occasions. Her antipathy towards men, number 5, was based on rather nebulous events that she construed to prove that they were all perfidious. They refers to men. So her hostility towards men was based on rather nebulous, means unclear, nebulous, hazy, unclear events that she construed, means understood. Construe means understood or consider or regard, to prove that they were all perfidious or treacherous. Perfidious means treacherous or untrustworthy. So she thought that all men were actually untrustworthy and perfidious, and because of that actually she had an aversion, let's say aversion to men, or she really hated men. This is a sign of, anyway, yeah, I don't make any comment here. So okay, I already covered this part. And today's idiom: to tighten one's belt. To tighten one's belt means to get set for bad times or poverty. Okay, to prepare yourself for a critical situation. He knew he would have to draw in his horns. It means act more cautiously and tighten his belt, or he would wind up on Skid Row, means end up living in a part of a city where which is in a bad condition. So Skid Row. He knew that he would have to be or act more cautiously and tighten his belt, or here means or else or otherwise, he would have to actually end up living in a bad condition, I mean geographical condition or neighborhood or district, you know. Okay, so we come to the end of this vocabulary session. I really hope that you enjoy this and you learned actually so many words, expressions, and also you could practice your pronunciation by listening to me and following the text and lines. By the way, if you have any question, you could just use the comment form at the bottom of the post on LELB Society here, the domain, and leave your questions there, or even actually leave your questions on my YouTube channel, and I will respond to them as soon as possible. And also, to your information, there is a free English class for all in preparation for IELTS and TOEFL, and this is a group class. So if you just visit my website at lelb.net and you just actually fill out this simple form, 2-item form, and you know, I just need your Skype ID, and I will add you to our Skype, to our class on Skype, and actually all of the 4 skills will be practiced naturally and interactively. Okay, so please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for the upcoming videos. Thank you for your attention, and bye-bye.